Hello YouTube, Knife Whiz here, bringing you another review. Today we'll be talking about the Emerson CQC-8. This is my favorite knife of all time. It's just a badass blade. Anyway, let's move on. This is considered to be one of the best combat designs that Emerson ever created. He created this many years ago. I don't know how many years ago, but quite a while ago. This one is a 2005 model, which that just tells you it's been around for a little while. Anyway, they still make this model. MSRP on this model, I believe you're in about the $230 range. Wow. I mean, if you go on Emerson's website, you're in the $260 range. I've seen it in the 220s, low 200s. And let's go over some specs of it. Well, first off, we are looking at an overall length of 9.3 inches. Blade length of 3.9 inches. This is a satin finished blade, black G10, very aggressive. They get a Rockwell hardness on this between 57 and 59. That's a good hardness. That's what you need for a user blade. Blade thickness is 0.125 inches. And, like I said, that is a satin finish, conventional V-grind. This is a serrated model. I hate serrations, but you know what? Because this is my favorite knife, the serrations don't bother me. Okay. Another reason that this particular knife is my favorite is because it's made for lefties. That's right, somebody went through the trouble of attaching the clip to the left side. So us lefties, great. Put it in your left pocket, be happy. They do offer a few models left-handed. Like if you order straight from Emerson, I believe he has 2 models that are left-handed. So not a great amount of choice, but also I have contacted Emerson about their other knives, and they do, you can buy this knife and then have Emerson themselves switch the clip for us lefties, okay? I believe round trip with shipping and everything, you're looking at about $40. Well worth it when you can pick any Emerson you want, as opposed to the few select that they offer out the door left-handed. Anyway, this is my favorite knife. Why, you may ask? Why is that, Knife Whiz? Because it's huge! Go look at the blade on that thing. Jesus, it's huge. No, actually, they touted as the banana knife. I love the blade shape. It's absolutely user-friendly blade shape. Look at the belly on that sucker. You can do some hardcore cutting with this, even though it's got serrations I can't stand. But you can do some hardcore cutting with this. Feels great in the hand. The thing whips out like crazy. I know you're not going to be able to see this on video, but at least you can hear it, and it just sounds cool. Oh, man. Oh, damn. Anyway, because the blade's so heavy, it flings out of the knife. It takes no effort to deploy this, regardless of the fact that it has, boom, the wave feature. My #1 favorite feature on any knife, the wave feature. If you've watched any of my other reviews, you'll see that I have an Enduro with the wave. Oh, let me get it. Wow. Ooh, the Enduro with the wave. Still liking this blade a lot. Still sporting it on the weekends. Great utility blade. I also carry an EDC. I rarely ever carry 2 blades. I'll carry 1 blade and use it for both purposes. If I'm going to have a big badass blade, why not use it for the small tasks that are needed as well? Still carrying the shit out of this. I will give you an update here probably in a month or 2 after I've been carrying it for a while. Anyway, great knife. Fantastic. Wave feature. I love it. You can see I even buy it on the Spyderco's. Got to have the wave feature. Not mandatory for me, but I absolutely love that feature. So that's what I'm talking about on the blade. The G10 very aggressive. It will wear down over time, after carrying this for a while. The G10 is probably not as high traction as it used to be, but that's because it's been used, it's been loved, it's been fondled. Liners in this thing. These are, I believe, stainless steel liners. Back in 2005, I believe they still just used plain old stainless steel liners, but they're tough. Thing locks up like a tank. Shit, it's at about, what, 50% lockup? But it locks up tight. There's no blade play. A little bit left to right, but it's so unnoticeable. I could tighten this thing up. and easily get rid of that left to right blade play, but I don't want to because it's so loose. It's so easy to deploy. I don't want to screw that up. I don't mind the left to right blade play, which is, like I said, very minimal, and I could easily remedy that by tightening up the pivot screw. I don't want to. I love the knife the way it is. I bought it used, secondhand. I'm hardly ever able to afford a brand new knife, so bought this used secondhand. In love with it. Like I said, I wanted to review this knife because it's my favorite. Not because I thought that it needed a review. There's plenty of other reviews out there. Nothing fancy. Got a great review on this knife. There's many others. It's a fantastic blade. And there's a reason there's a lot of information on it. I just wanted to review it because, like I said, I love this knife. And I carry it quite often. So anyway, enough rambling. Fit and finish. Man, if you know anything about Emerson, you know they've got a good fit and finish. Is this a gentleman knife? No, it's not, man. This is a user. Look at that freaking blade on that thing. You gonna put this in your suit pocket? Well, I would. But probably not. I mean, it's huge. It's 9.3 inches long. It's also 4.6 inches, or 4.6 ounces in weight. Not a bad weight for a giant knife, and that's partly because of the construction. It's simple. They don't build these things so you can't get them apart. Look, just regular old screws, man. Regular old screws. You got Phillips head screws holding the G10 on. You got Phillips head screws holding the pocket clip on. Look at that pocket clip. Oh, the skull. Love it. Anyway, Phillips head screws holding the pocket clip on. Flathead screw for the pivot. Phillips head screw holding on your thumb disc. I mean, easy to get off. Easy to service. Easy to service. That's a great feature. So fit and finish, like I said, if you know Emerson's, you know they are built to use. These are user knives. These are tactical knives. And touted as such, they don't pretend that this is just your Joe Schmo everyday knife. This is a tactical knife. Positives of this knife, of course, the G10. Like I said, it's pretty grippy. Lots of belly on this blade. That'd be a definite thumbs up. The wave feature, my favorite feature of all the wave feature. It also is a great thumb ramp. As you can see, thumb ramp. Okay, great, fantastic. Jimping, yeah, it sucks. Okay, it's not the greatest jimping out there. If you want good jimping, and that's all that matters to you, get a Spyderco, man. Especially the Enduro with the wave. Okay, fantastic jimping. It locks your thumb in there. Hell, if you put your thumb in there now, if you're gonna cut yourself or something, probably get abrasion. You don't have that sort of jimping on the Emerson. Could you sharpen it? Yeah. Will I? No, I don't want to ruin my Emerson. If you do, great. I've got examples of jimping I've done, like on my As Seen in Review, Cold Steel Voyager, Danto. It was some kind of fake jimping in their plastic handle. I followed through, continued it through to the lock bar. See that? Let me lift it up. See? Jump the lock bar to match the scale. Great. Fantastic. Anyway, you're going to see a little bit more of this later on. I've been carrying the dog crap out of this. Fantastic. Anyway, back to the Emerson. So, wave feature, awesome. Jimping, yeah, it's there, but it could use some service if you really want jimping. Grip is phenomenal. Look at the finger chole on that thing. Boom. It's made for your fingers to say, grab me, touch me. Oh, caress me. Put your fingers in me. Oh, look at that. See? This thing is not going to, on a stab, force your hand up along the blade. There's no way that's a giant finger chole. My God, look at that thing. Okay, anyway. Now, for the negatives. What negatives do you see on this knife? My number one negative point about Emerson's. Please, Mr. Emerson, I love your products. They're fantastic. Make more of your knives available left-handed without a $40 charge for us to make them that way. That's crazy. I love the knife. I would love it more if I could just go on their website and buy one already set up for a lefty. Us poor lefties. Anyway, that's non-reversible clip. That's my number one problem with an Emerson. Can you think of anything else? Some might say the blade steel, which I don't think I talked about before. That is 154 cm. That is not Crucible Metals. It's still American-made steel. Crucible Metals version is a CPM 154. This is 154 cm. Great steel. I still love this steel. It's right up there, you know, probably just under S30V. S30V is a little bit more rust resistant, probably. I would say it holds an edge better. This is easier to sharpen, okay? Mr. Emerson designed these knives. You can go sharpen this sucker on a freaking stone. Although that is a conventional V grind. Okay, conventional V grind. Alright. The edge, the very final grind of the knife, is like a chisel, basically. It's a chisel grind. So you got a V ground blade with a chisel ground edge, okay? Which means you can sharpen this on anything. And that was its intended purpose. You could be out anywhere and sharpen it on a rock and get a serviceable, usable edge. Not cutting paper with it, but serviceable edge. By the way, this thing's sharp as hell. Just cut some paper with it off camera just to see. Anyway, like I forgot. But anyway, negatives. That would be it. The steel, that's not a negative to me. That's a good user steel. Okay? Easy to sharpen. Holds an edge fairly well. It is a strong steel. He's been using this metal, I don't know, 20 plus years? Probably since he's ever started making knives on his own. That's a great steel. Okay, so some might see that as a negative. I don't. That's a fantastic metal. Anytime you get a 154 CM or CPM 154 metal, be happy. It's a good metal. Okay, don't be frustrated with it. I have other knives that use that same metal. One here. Nope, that's not it. Oh, wait, I don't have it in front of me. Anyway, that's a fantastic metal. Okay, fantastic steel. So, anyway, Emerson CQC-8. Fantastic knife. It's a liner lock, but boy, that thing engages well. This is a well-used knife. It's from 2005. I'm not the original owner. It has been used several times, and it absolutely locks up like a tank. Do I feel like I'm worried this is going to cut my fingers off? No, it's a fantastic knife with a great lock-up. Okay? Anyway, sorry for the rant. Fantastic knife. What do I give it? I give it an A. Okay, A-. I'll give it A-. Put some freaking... Put a nice big clip like that on the left side, like this one is, and it's an A all day long. I don't need a fancy knife. I like plain knives. Like this one. You might have seen one of these before. Have you seen one of these before? Maybe. D2710. Okay, Benchmade. Gonna be doing a review on that soon. Just got this knife, so no chance to carry it yet. Anyway, back to it. It's not a fancy knife, but it gets the job done. It feels great in the hand. It's large. When you have this in your hand, you feel like king of the world, okay? You feel like you have a great defensive tool, utility tool in your hand, in your disposal. Get down to it. Get to business. Anyway, that's my review. You got any questions, comments? Please leave them in the comment bar down below. Knife Whiz out.